Everything feels kinda wrong right now, doesn't it? From the news to your personal life, it's like the world is in crumbling apart. Everywhere you turn, there's stress, problems, and conflict. But here's the thing. There's a solution to all of this madness, and it's simpler than you think. What if I told you that in a world filled with confusion and fear, faith in God can be your anchor? Yes, faith. Don't click away, because the next few minutes will change your life, guaranteed. In this video, I'm going to show you how faith can not only help you survive this chaotic world, but thrive in it. And trust me, you're going to want to watch this all the way through. From political unrest to climate crises, from endless scrolling through social media that leaves you empty, to personal battles that seem insurmountable. We're all feeling the weight of this broken world, and the more we try to fix it ourselves, the more overwhelming it feels. Everyone is feeling it. But here's the secret. We're not supposed to do this alone. We were never meant to carry the weight of the world on our shoulders. God has a better plan for us, and I'm going to show you how that plan can change your life, starting today. Our world today has turned its back on God. We're living in a society where more and more people are walking away from faith, choosing to rely on themselves, on technology, on money. And where has that gotten us? More anxiety, more depression, more division than ever before. We've built a world that's disconnected from God, and the consequences are everywhere. But here's the thing. There's a way out, a way to reconnect with the one who holds the universe in his hands. When we align ourselves with God's plan, everything changes. Stay with me, because in a moment, I'm going to share how turning to faith can turn your life around. What if I told you that faith isn't just about religion? It's not just about going to church on Sunday or saying a prayer before bed. Faith is about trusting that there's a bigger plan for your life, trusting that you don't have to have all the answers, and trusting that God is guiding your steps. When you have faith, you stop trying to control everything. You stop living in fear, and you start living in peace. Imagine that for a second, waking up every morning knowing that no matter what happens, God's got you. You don't have to be afraid of the chaos in the world, because God is bigger than the chaos. Still not convinced? Let me share a few stories with you. I've seen people in some of the darkest moments of their lives. People who've lost their jobs, people battling illness, people who've lost loved ones. And yet through all of that, they found peace. How? Through faith in God. Take Sarah, for example. She lost her business during the pandemic. Everything she had worked for was gone overnight. She was devastated, but instead of giving up, she turned to God. She prayed for guidance, for strength, and slowly but surely, God opened new doors for her. Today she's happier and more successful than ever, not only because she worked harder, that too, but because she trusted God's plan. Or John, who was diagnosed with a terminal illness. He had every reason to be angry and afraid, but instead of living in fear, he chose faith. He prayed daily, he leaned on his church community, and he found a peace that doctors couldn't explain. He may not have been cured physically, but his spirit was healed. That's the power of faith. Let's turn to the Bible for a moment. God has always had a plan for us, even when the world seems like it's falling apart. In Jeremiah 29:11, he says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." Isn't that incredible? Even when it feels like everything is crumbling, God's plan is still unfolding. His plan isn't to harm you. It's to give you hope, to give you a future. You're not walking through this broken world alone. God is walking with you, guiding you, protecting you. And in Isaiah 41:10, God says, "So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." No matter what the world throws at you, God is there, holding you up. Now that you've heard the truth, it's time to take action. If this message spoke to you, don't just let it sit in your heart. Let it move you. Hit that like button right now to show that you're ready to embrace God's plan for your life. And while you're at it, make sure to subscribe to this channel because we're on this journey together, and you don't want to miss what's coming next. But more importantly, take a moment to reflect. Right now, wherever you are, just pause and talk to God. Ask Him for guidance, for peace, for strength. Trust me, He's listening. And if you're struggling, if you feel like the world is too heavy to carry on your own, drop a comment below. We're building a community here, and no one should walk this journey alone. Let's pray for each other, support each other, and grow together in faith. Faith is more than just belief. It's a way of life. It's a source of peace in the middle of chaos, a light in the darkest times. The world may feel like it's falling apart, but God's plan is still in motion. He's still in control. And when you align your life with His plan, you'll find peace like you've never known. So don't let the chaos of this world consume you. Turn to God. Trust His plan. And I promise you, your life will never be the same. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this message with someone who needs to hear it. Together, we can change lives.